What's happening, Canopy Growth traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Thursday, February 6th. Hope you're doing awesome. In this video, we're going to do an earnings prep video, and it's going to be with regards to Canopy Growth's Q3 2025 earnings that are set to come out tomorrow. We'll discuss the analyst estimates. We'll get a consensus, and then I'll give you the numbers on what to look for, and we'll see whether or not they come in with a beat or a miss. But let me know in the comment section, do you think they're going to beat or miss once I give you the analyst estimates? And if we can follow in the footsteps of Aurora, I can't believe I'm even saying it. They had an absolute banger of a quarter. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. But phenomenal margins, and they didn't pay barely any excise taxes. And pretty crazy to think that Aurora higher revenue than Canopy Growth. But before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. We'll also take a look at the chart. I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the technicals and the price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. But as always, it's not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and you should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. Full disclosure, I do own Canopy Growth in my portfolio as well. So as I said, subscribe, like, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You've been notified on any future content. I'll review their earnings tomorrow as well. So like I said, you'll want to have to make sure you have the bell notified so that you get a notification once I post that video. And we'll do my best to join the conference call as well. You can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. So Canopy Growth will report third quarter fiscal 2025 financial results on February 7th, 2025. It's funny, I've been running my channel for about 6 years now, and I still get a lot of questions as to what's going on. How come it's Q3 2025? They made a mistake. You would think, we're in Q1 of 2025, but that's calendar Q1. Companies have different fiscal year ends, so it's not a mistake. They didn't make a mistake this quarter and the quarter before that and the one before that. It's a different fiscal year end. So hopefully that I've been saying it a few times now, and it seems to be sinking in a lot more. They'll be releasing the financial results for the third quarter of fiscal year ended 2025, ended December 31st, 2024, before financial markets open on February 7th, 2025. Following the release of its third quarter fiscal year 2025 financial results, Canopy Growth will host an audio webcast with Luc Mongeau, the new CEO, and Judy Hong, CFO, on February 7th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So like I said, I'll do my best. Let me know in the comment section below if you'd like me to live stream that. I think, don't quote me on this one, but I'm pretty sure this is like really the first time that we have heard from Luc Mongeau as a CEO. I haven't seen him on any interviews or anything like that. But there's the webcast information. And again, if you'd like me to stream that tomorrow, let me know. I do have a busy day tomorrow, but I'll do my best to make that happen. So we'll take a look at the analyst estimates, and then we'll get a consensus on what Wall Street analysts are expecting. So in terms of revenue, we're forecasted at 69.26 million Canadian, and EPS on investing.com negative 0.523. So they are expecting a pretty sizable loss. Last quarter came in at negative $1.48. So it shouldn't be, and the one before that 1.6. So shouldn't be that difficult to come in a little bit better than that. But we'll see what happens there. In terms of trading view, you've got estimate of 69.06 million. So the average is around 69 million. Estimate for EPS negative 0.521. And if we bring up Moomoo here, you can see EBITDA, they're forecasting negative 20.77 million. Revenue forecasted at 69.151 million. So again, all pretty much the same in terms of revenue. EPS forecasted at negative 0.57. So went ahead, added all those up, got an average. So we're expecting 69.157. That'll be the number for revenue to watch in terms of beat or miss. And then in terms of EPS, negative 0.538. So again, if we come in, I don't expect any positive EPS or anything like that. Aurora actually came in with positive EPS, and like I said, took the sector by storm. I don't think anybody saw that coming, but it had to do with international markets and medical markets, which they pivoted their business. So I think it was a very wise move, and ultimately they pay very high margins, and you don't have to pay excise taxes, right? I mentioned that in the video. You can check that out, but we'll see if they can come in with a beat, get back into the win column, because it has been a pretty brutal couple of quarters here back to back for Canopy. Like I said, they missed the last 3 quarters in terms of revenue, and same thing with EPS. And it had a slight improvement last quarter from the quarter before that, from the period ending August 8th, for the period ending in June 2024. So it's not looking good. Hopefully they can right the ship. But like I said, off the coattails of Aurora, we'll see whether or not they're able to benefit from some of the from the same, international medical markets, because they are involved in medical as well. But we'll take a look at the chart here. CGC, we're having a decent day again today, but we still haven't even started the monthly bounce. I mentioned this in the Power Group private community today, that in order to break the high of last month, we would need to break $3.07 USD on the NASDAQ. That would mean that the monthly bounce is underway, and that would be the first time since November of 2024. And essentially, we have no monthly resistance all the way up until on the price action 580. We also have 5 psychological, but we're still in a monthly downtrend with lower highs, lower lows. There's some names that are in monthly uptrends. Even ACB, after the move that it's had, it's up over 90%, but we're still in a downtrend as well with a lower high, lower low. Anything under 720 is just a lower high there, but it did confirm an hourly bull flag. So like I said, we'll see if CGC can kind of follow in the footsteps of Aurora's great quarter and some of those positive results that we've been seeing in the international medical markets. But as you can see, hourly bull flag on ACB targeting about 801. So that could mean that the whole sector kind of continues to melt up. And like I said, CGC having a decent couple of days back to back. You can see off of the low, CGC is currently up about 57%. But again, if we zoom out to the monthly, we still got a lot of work to do. And even ACB off of the low here of this month, it's up over 90%. But you have to remember, it did 2 reverse splits, right? So it did one in 2020 for a 1 for 12, and then it did one in 2024, a 1 for 10. So the new all-time highs is in the 1500s. To get the exact number, it's, let me just see here, 1503. So if you look at the move we just had over the last couple of, like this week, basically, we're still down 99.5% from the all-time high. So you got to put that into perspective. Same thing with CGC. We've had a decent move there over the last few days, but even to current levels from all-time highs, we're still down exactly the same, 99.5%. So we haven't even started the monthly bounce yet, still in a monthly downtrend. We still have a lot of work to do, at least 3 or 4 monthly candles in a row that we're going to need to switch momentum back to the bulls, because like I said, right now, bears are in full control. We're in a monthly downtrend. And if we can see a monthly bounce, form a high, then a higher low, and then a higher high, then that's when we'll be confident that the bear market is over and we're starting a new potential bull market. There were some names that confirm monthly uptrends in the sector, but the whole sector didn't. We need every name in the sector, right? We need producers in Canada, the US, retailers in the Canada and the US, all the ETFs. Once we confirm, 80, 90% of our names in the MJ sector are in monthly uptrends, then we'll be confident that the bear market's over and we could potentially be starting a new multi-year bull market. So like I said, a lot of work to do. In order to confirm the monthly uptrend, you'd still need to start the monthly bounce, top out, form a higher low, and then a higher high. Usually that's at least 3 or 4 candles before you can make that happen. So once again, if you'd like me to stream this audio conference call, earnings call tomorrow, let me know in the comment section and I'll do my best to make that happen. But going into there, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Once again, let me know what you think we're in store for here tomorrow. I think they could come in with a beat, honestly. I think we're due for a change here, and I think we should be getting back into the win column. I'm not expecting anything, crazy like in terms of EPS like we saw with Aurora, because like I said, they pivoted their business and they weren't able to that's something that CGC hasn't really done, right? Like they still pay a lot of excise taxes. So with Aurora, like the average is around 1/3 of companies' revenue, top line revenue goes to excise taxes. So their net revenue ends up being 2/3 of that. So I don't think that's going to be the case for CGC or anything. We're not going to see positive EPS, but I do think we could come in slightly better than what analysts are forecasting. But yeah, I'm not expecting like a blowout quarter or anything like that. We should get some more information into CUSA, so Canopy USA financials as well. I believe they said at some point in spring of 2025. So it's probably not going to be this quarter. We'll see if there's any insight into Acreage, Jetty, and WANA, but I think it's probably going to be the quarter after, if not the quarter after that. All right, have a great day, and we'll catch up. Like I said, I'll do another review tomorrow, and let me know if you want me to do a live stream. Catch you on the next one.